Go back to your teenage years, or if you're a teen now, would you risk your life to try and get to the border to escape your country's oppressive authoritarian regime? Well, if you want to see what that's like, Road 96 is the adventure for you. Road 96 is a choice-driven political game with your character running away from home trying to get across the border. These are some of my favorite types of games, so when it went on sale, I had to grab it. Right off the bat, the story is very intriguing, where the characters mention things like the Iron Pits or the Black Brigade attack in 1986. Players one of the missing teens who are trying to get out of Petria. Along the way, you'll meet an interesting cast of characters who may or may not help you on your journey. We have a voiceless protagonist, which is welcome. Doesn't have the risk of choosing a choice option and having it being spoken in a different way than we intended. You'll have to get 6 teens across the border in order to end the game. The teens are blank slates. On one hand, it's great because you can carve out your own story, but on the other hand, they all feel sort of the same. But that can totally be on me with my choices I made. I would have preferred maybe having different personality traits or some choices already made as a character before we get control of them. I won't spoil what happens with the story because you should really experience it for yourself. I will say this, the ending I got was really satisfying, and it was one of the ones I was working towards, so the choices do matter, but it just takes till the end to see what the consequences are. Making choices and rummaging around the scenery is what this game is all about. Talking to the cast of characters, doing the mini games like playing video games, air hockey, shooting a nail gun to get a car off your tail, or even playing bartender. It was so interesting to explore these locations in a seemingly on the verge of collapse country. We have a stamina meter which goes down during certain actions or leaving the area. To get it back up, you'll need to eat or sleep, which costs money, so scrounge around and you might find some money laying around. Or you can steal money if it's available. Like you can maybe steal like a credit card if you find one and go to the ATM to get money out. If your stamina meter runs out, you'll pass out and get arrested, which means game over. You can die in this game, but the game will add another story, and if you fail 4 times, the game will make you immune to fatally bad choices, so you can actually finish the game. To me, this is net positive and negative. The game actually lets you finish the story, but it does make death and failure somewhat meaningless, because the overarching story still plays out no matter what you choose, or if you die or live. The game does push you towards certain situations that you may not want to do just to progress the story forward. The interconnectivity in this game is incredibly well done. The way the characters meet in relation to one another is really great, and it makes for some great moments. And another negative is it does make the world feel a little bit small. I know we're all trying to get across the border, and this is the area that all those characters are in, but it just feels kind of very small. But if the world was bigger, the game wouldn't really happen. We, the player, can piece things together because we may have interacted with this character with a different teen earlier, and the characters we meet also mention our past characters, or what if we helped them or we did something bad to them. The music in this game is really striking, atmospheric, and it totally fits the road trip vibes this game is going for. Some tracks might end up in my rotation. The voice acting is well done too. The cutscenes are somewhat disappointing because it looks all grainy. It doesn't look good on 4K TV. It's probably like 720p. The art style is real nice. Some really nice environments. It does suffer from pop-in even on the Xbox Series X. I did see some misplaced rocks or grass in some areas, but not a big deal personally because everything else was so well done. Only a few are missable, but not so bad because there's New Game Plus and you can just rush it if you miss anything. There are collectible tapes, so don't worry. If you explore, search cars, have $10 because sometimes kids or stores will be selling them. Don't worry, you'll have more than enough chances to grab them. They're not always in the same place, but there's not a lot of them. If you just search, you'll get them all. It took me 10 hours to get all 12 achievements. I highly recommend Road 96 if you're a fan of adventure games. A great story and a fun game all around. Doesn't hurt it's an easy 1000 or a platinum trophy either. It's $20, and if you're needing something to play, definitely put this one on your radar. Hey, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, your family, and I'll see you in the next video.